Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night as the forces of Here Be Monsters hold off the newcomers in Ebonscale. And the Syndicate forces of Rogue Reaver hang on to the peat moss oil fields of the Fen for yet another day. Immediately following the war in Weaver's Fen, Gusto and the boys send 25 members of the crew to push influence in the region. KOTT News crews caught up with Rogue Reaver leadership on the boardwalks to discuss the direction of the hamlet.
Thank you, Mr. Chalant, for meeting me after this war. It was a great war. Really loved the opponents. The playhouse was really hard. But I just wanted to take you some time and walk you around the hamlet, show you some really good stuff we have going on. So yeah, we have some live bands here. Try to keep it going. Maybe see right behind you we have CB4 running in. Yep, and they're on a mission, and they're brutal out in the field. And you know, it's nice to see them out in the field. It's nice to work with them in battles. Nice to work with them against battles. It's great ways all around.
In Ebonscale, KOTT News crews caught up with Here Be Monsters leadership in the medicinal hot springs. Congratulations on your victory tonight here in Ebonscale, once again holding the onsen resort destination for your sacred lands. How do you feel it went out there? Do you care to take us through it?
Yeah, it feels great. Thanks for asking. They got us down to 1 point, and they pretty much got 3/4 ticked. It was a little bit scary for a moment there, but we held them at the last point, so they didn't even get into fort.
Is there anybody whose efforts out there tonight you might want to highlight?
I want to thank the purple companies that came and helped us to defend. I want to thank everybody in company for, taking time after the Reek defense and revisiting our strategy and coming out on top again.
Anticipation of the Death Wall's fading power here in this region. People are being able to withstand it longer and longer. Are you anticipating it dropping in the near future?
We do, and we take a very laissez-faire approach to wall coming. We welcome it. If it results in doomsday, then we just hope that everybody enjoys the hot springs in Ebonscale for the time being.
Cutting the interview short, KOTT News crews never rest when there's news to report, like the successful invasion defense in Cutlass Keys last night. Giant heads of floating corruption were no match for the group of volunteers defending the fort. Looking at the weather for tonight, and if it wasn't another sunny day blazing across the Eternum sky, where would we really be, I ask you? But after sunset, an eastern storm will make landfall before colliding with cold air from the mountains and turning south out to sea. Another lineup submitted for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Tonight, the Marauders of Play High assault the Syndicate forces of Afiravum Esports for control of the northernmost observation post of Morningdale. The newcomers of Play High climb the highest altitude region on the island, perhaps seeking to cultivate the long-left wild seedlings planted by the instigators. The Syndicate forces of Afiravum have held the northern observation post for 2 weeks since acquiring it themselves, and they intend to hold on to it until the Death Wall falls. We'll have the outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.